Hello everyone, this is Dr. Monica working as consultant reproductive medicine at 49 Hospital, Dilshuk Nagar branch. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic, and that is effects of age on fertility. And when I talk about age, there is an extreme range, but I want to limit this discussion to only that age of 35 years plus age group belonging women. Now in these women, what are the various adverse effects particularly that the increasing age can have on their fertility? Now today in the present age we find that many of the women are very career driven, so they push the family life to a backseat. But still I don't want these women to compromise any, and want to discuss what can be the pros and cons of pushing the fertility further. Now in them, when we see that the lady 35 years plus, a lady is born with a fixed set of eggs which is around 1 to 2 million, and these eggs will keep decreasing in numbers by the time we attain puberty. So at the time of puberty, the number of eggs that are seen in a woman are in the range of 4 to 5 lakhs. And after this, every menstrual cycle, it is not one egg that we are losing multiple numbers which are in the range of maybe 10s or 20s. So with increasing age, we know that by 35 plus, this rate of decline gets even faster. And at the same time, it's not just the number of eggs that are compromised, the quality of the egg is also going to decrease, because it's like any other organ in the body that is aging. The egg also, which is present in the body since birth, is also going to age. There are various reactions that are going on in the body that can go and injure the eggs and cause some harm to the DNA or the genetic material that is existing inside the egg. These small injuries will accumulate over time, creating an abnormal gamete. This abnormal gamete, as a scientific term we say, is supposed to undergo apoptosis, which is a natural death. But when this does not happen, this abnormal gamete escapes that process, it does not undergo death, it is available for fertilization with the husband's sperm. So when a sperm and such an abnormal gamete or an abnormal egg coming from the body of the lady is uniting, it's giving rise to an abnormal embryo. And through process of natural selection, the uterus will reject it. So they might not get pregnant with such an abnormal embryo. But in a scenario where such an embryo is actually going and implanting inside the uterus, there can be two possibilities. One is it can result in miscarriages. And when I talk about miscarriages, they are early trimester miscarriages when genetic abnormalities are involved. So it is the miscarriages that especially happen in the first 3 months that we often see are because of these. And let us suppose that they actually continue the pregnancy, they are not aborted and they actually continue. Then what happens is there is a possibility of baby being born with congenital abnormalities or certain mental retardation. Next, apart from these conditions, there are few others that can be seen in a lady who is above 35 years and getting pregnant. So what are these? These I am talking about are medical conditions that can complicate the pregnancy. When I talk about medical conditions, they are gestational hypertension, or they can be gestational diabetes mellitus. Are these conditions only causing adverse effects in the mother? No, they can be harmful to the baby as well. So you can see that there can be risk of preterm babies or certain intrauterine growth retardation in the baby. So these are the various complications that can be faced. And what do we do when a couple approaches us where the lady is above 35 years age? We look at their married life, that is how long has it been since they're married, and after that how long has it been since they have been trying for pregnancy. In a normal couple where the lady is a young one, we give a time frame of almost 1 year before they actually consult a fertility specialist. When I say 1 year, that is after only satisfying certain criteria where the lady is having regular cycles and the husband is having normal sperm counts as well as the motility percentage, the counts are normal. And after that having regular unprotected intercourse, that is without any form of contraception, that is at least twice in a week. After doing so, if they are not achieving a pregnancy at the end of even 1 year, then they are supposed to approach a fertility specialist. This time frame of 1 year is now shortened to 6 months in case of a lady who is above 35 years of age. So it's just after 6 months we want these couples to approach a fertility specialist and take the appropriate measures. Apart from this, next we look at any pre-existing medical conditions. This is to ensure a physical fitness of the lady when she is going ahead for a pregnancy. Pre-existing medical conditions, I'm talking about any hypertension or a diabetes mellitus. Are they taking tablets or are they on insulin? And if so, are the sugars under control? Is the BP under control? So keeping everything under control, it's better to progress towards pregnancy. So this is a major role of preconceptional counseling, we say. And after this, we look at the ovarian reserve. When I say ovarian reserve, it is determining the size as well as the quality of the pool of eggs that are remaining in the body of the lady. So how to determine what is the reserve in a lady? There are two ways. One can be through a blood test, an investigation where we look at anti-Mullerian hormone. So this anti-Mullerian hormone, the value when it is less than 1.2 nanogram per milliliter, it is indicative that a reserve is on the lower side. Next, another way to determine would be AFC, that is antral follicular count. When we do an internal scan, a transvaginal scan, we are able to also see the eggs in each ovary. And when we count the eggs in each ovary together, we see a number when it is less than 5, then it is deemed that the ovarian reserve is low. So these are the factors that will tell us that it is time to now quicken the pace and time to use some aggressive fertility treatment so that the lady can get pregnant as soon as possible. So we are decreasing TTP, that is decreasing the time to pregnancy. What else can we do to decrease this time to pregnancy in the lady? As I discussed, there can be some genetic abnormalities that accumulate in the gamete. So what we can do to make sure that only a normal embryo is being put inside the uterus. Now when we go for an IVF, let's say the reserve is less, the doctor has advised you to go ahead for an IVF treatment, and in the IVF treatment we have created few number of embryos. Now how to determine among these embryos which is normal, which is abnormal? We have a method that is called PGT, that is pre-implantation genetic testing, where we are with the help of laser assisted hatching creating a hole in the wall of the embryo and taking certain cells out and sending these cells for testing. So in that testing, if the embryo is normal, then we try to put that particular embryo into the uterus of the lady. So this is another way where we can decrease the time to pregnancy and to achieve a normal pregnancy, because obviously the ultimate aim is a healthy singleton live born baby. So today's discussion was not to create any sense of panic in this age group of women. This is purely to create awareness so that you will consult a fertility specialist as soon as possible and take the needed help. Thank you.
Hi, this is Taman.
Hi, this is Shraddha Das.
Hi, I'm Priyadarshi.
నేను మీ ఆది.
Hi, I'm Kashish Vora.
Hi, నేను మీ శ్రీ విష్ణు.
Hi, this is Aditya.
Hi, this is Naga Anvesh.
Please subscribe to Social Post.
Please subscribe to Social Post.
Please subscribe Social Post.
Please subscribe to Social Post.